So let's talk about inner game. What is inner game? Now, this is such a interesting concept that's thrown around quite a bit in the dating community, the men's dating community, self-development community as well. And I think inner game is such an interesting concept because most guys never really work on their inner game. And I personally believe, that it is such a fundamental part of every human being's life is to work on their inner self, work on who they truly are, their content, their character, their charisma, their inner self, their inner beliefs, I guess you could say. And so let's really break down inner game. Let's break it down. Well, inner game isn't being fake confident, but it's being real confident. It's kind of like being a fake alpha. You can be this dude who like pretends to be this cool guy, but are you actually that cool guy? You can be the type of guy who is, outgoing and charismatic, but then, when your confidence is tested, turns out you're a shy little beta fuck. You know what I'm saying? And so I always thought it was really interesting how, I'll be out in the club, see tons of fucking dudes picking up girls, and they'll even try to test my frame because I'm smaller than them. But, using my deep-rooted sense of self, I will constantly overcome, and more often than not, the girls always leave with me rather than other guys, right? And so inner game is that ability to develop your deep inner confidence. Now, how are ways we can do this? Well, there's trauma release meditation, which I'm going to actually add into this module, okay? So you're going to actually have access to do this 1 hour trauma release meditation, and I would even recommend you do it every single fucking day, okay? I would even recommend you do it every day. But there's a million different ways, and we'll talk about that. But you also got to realize that inner game in general is such a fundamental part of game in general, because it's almost like if you just naturally develop your inner game, everything else is going to fall into place. If you naturally develop your inner confidence, your inner self-esteem, your inner game, your confidence, your charisma, your alpha characteristics, your charismatic behavioral patterns, well, everything is naturally going to fall into place, right? Everything else we're going to talk about in this entire curriculum is naturally going to fall into place. If you develop your inner self and your charisma and your confidence and your courage, I guess you could say, everything else is going to naturally fall into place. I want you to realize that. So it should be a very big focus of yours where you just naturally develop your inner game, your confidence, your charisma, your inner demeanor, your inner self, your sense of self. And you work on that day in, day out. You work on it over and over and over and over and over. It is so important. It's so fundamental, and it is it's insane, right? If you don't have your inner confidence, what the fuck do you have? This is such an important concept that I literally tattooed the word confidence on my arm. I literally have the word confidence tattooed on my arm. It is such an important fundamental concept where if you don't have confidence, what the fuck do you have, bro? You virtually have nothing, okay? You must go on to develop your inner confidence, your inner charisma, your inner belief systems. And again, there's a million ways to do this. You can do meditation daily, go hit the gym daily, build your body, right? If you build your body and you build your mind, you're naturally. So meditation, fitness, this is part of my daily routine. And this is what I've done pretty much every day as well, alongside of game, alongside practice cold approach pickup, alongside of actually practicing the foundations of everything I'm teaching in this course. I've also practiced daily reading or learning. So whether it's reading articles in Reddit, not just random bullshit articles, but actual education-based material, or educational-based YouTube videos, or audiobooks, or physically reading, okay, or hitting the gym, or meditation, well, those are things that you can do every single day that will allow you to develop these skills. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I do daily and what I've done daily for years to do this. So every single day, I'll pretty much go to the gym. And while I'm in the gym, I'll listen to an audiobook, or I'll listen to some sort of motivational speech, or some sort of educational-based YouTube video or audiobook on social media or YouTube or on my phone. And so while I'm working out for an hour, hour and a half, I'm learning every single day during that time frame as well. And it's interesting, even when I'm not doing that and I'm in the gym, I'll just be doing business stuff on my phone in between workouts, which is really crazy as well. And so I've always thought that was really interesting, where I'm always optimizing my time. Or maybe even during day game. I'll be doing day game, and in between approaches, I'll have audio books playing in my ear. So I'm fucking learning while doing day game. So it's never like I'm wasting time. It's not like between approaches, I will literally be doing learning-based material or business on my phone, right? So it's constantly further even developing my sense of self, right? Then I'll go to the sauna after the gym, because usually, they actually have a sauna in my fucking gym, right? And I'll meditate for 20 minutes in the sauna while drinking water, staying hydrated. and I'll just meditate while in the sauna. So doing meditation, doing fitness and learning and cold approach every single day. And those are kind of my 4 things I do every single day. As long as you do cold approach, hit the gym, learn, read, whatever, like educate, and meditate. So those 4 things every single day, I always consider the day complete, the day accomplished, okay? And then bonus if I'm, investing, making money, doing business stuff, creating content, offering value, doing parties, networking, other things that would not only build my lifestyle, but build my sense of self as well on top of that, right? And so these are all ways you can actually further build your self-esteem, build your inner game, and build your sense of self and your confidence, okay? But I do believe it comes from those 4 things of fitness, meditation, reading/learning, and cold approach pickup, which is really, if you think about what cold approach is, it's confidence pushing, it's comfort zone pushing. So really pushing your comfort zone every single day, leading on the edge of your comfort zone, leading your life on the edge of your comfort zone, stepping out of your comfort zone every single day. That is what inner game is. That is how to build your inner game, and that is how to build your confidence, that inner sense of self, that confidence, that sense of you, that sense of who you are, that inner character development, okay? Other ways you can do it, let's break it down. Travel, right? Great way to build your sense of self, because when you travel, you're going to experience good things. You're going to experience bad things. If you look at my travel vlogs on YouTube, go to my YouTube channel, check out my travel vlogs. I've got the crazy stories. Driving motorcycles across crazy exotic countries, getting robbed in fucking Mexico by police, getting stopped in Laos by police, fucking sketchy Cambodian prostitutes trying to fucking rob me and finesse me and weird fucking crazy shit like that. I wasn't paying for prostitutes. I literally had these prostitutes who I didn't know they're prostitutes giving me like a cheap $3 massage, trying to steal my shit, fucking almost drowning in Australia. All these crazy travel stories, right? Well, these are crazy stories. These are crazy experiences that were traumatic. I overcome those traumas. Now I've built a deep sense of character, right? Maybe going on a Vipassana meditation retreat, a 10-day meditation retreat. I've done that 3 times before creating Day Game Mastery, right? And so 30 days of meditating in a forest. I would say that's a deep, intensive character building exercise, right? Maybe things like public speaking, filming content, right? Doing things like that, right? That is an incredible way to build a sense of self, character development. Approaching tens of thousands of women, great way to build fucking character, right? Different business ventures, different friendships, breakups, all these different things. Like there's a million different ways to build a deep sense of self, build confidence, build character, build inner game, right? And so this is something you must do. Instead of sitting at home playing video games, instead of sitting at home jerking off watching pornography, right? Instead of doing all these annoying fucking things that are dumb and waste of time, do things that aren't, right? I don't jerk off. I haven't masturbated in fucking 6+ years. That's actually a secret for game, right? NoFap is a magical pill. It is literally a magic pill. Like if you want to get laid, stop fucking masturbating, stop jerking off, and go on and do cold approach, and you're gonna get fucking laid, guaranteed. Guaranteed, you're gonna get laid if you stop jerking off and go on and do cold approach, right? But after months or years of not jerking off, you can say, wow, I'm proud of myself, and that builds your inner self-esteem, right? Well, I've done the same thing with no drinking, right? Going out to do cold approach without drinking alcohol, right? I haven't drank in years. It's been years since I drank, right? Alcohol. And so that's crazy. It's insane when you think about that. Not drinking alcohol and going to do cold approach. Well, that's an amazing way to build a charismatic sense of self and a self-esteem and an inner game, right? Or, doing cold approach every day for months and years, right? Doing like 1,200 fucking days of cold approach in a row, right? Doing all these crazy things, traveling to 50+ countries. Even things like, if you look at a lot of my lifestyle, right? Millions of views on social media. Hooking up with hot fucking influencer chicks, making friends with the influencers. Like, it doesn't have to be as crazy, but whatever the fuck is outside of your comfort zone, whatever the fuck makes you feel, wow, I'm a man achieving things that are outside of my fucking comfort zone. Well, that's amazing. And that builds inner game and that builds an inner sense of self, right? So do whatever the fuck it is to really build a true self-esteem, not an ego, not cockiness, not coming from win-lose, but coming from win-win. An inner self, an inner sense of you, an inner confidence, an inner core confidence, coming from self-esteem, deep-rooted self-esteem, coming from self-love. That is what is going to allow you to build that inner game and that inner you and the inner sense of self, and that's something you need to do every single fucking day, okay? Now, let's actually break this down. What the fuck are we talking about here? Well, we're talking about the concept of self-love. You gotta understand fundamentally, when you love yourself fully, automatically by default, you're gonna be sharing that with others. When you love yourself fully, automatically by default, you're gonna be loving yourself and sharing that with other people, okay? You're gonna be sharing that with others by default, because when you love yourself fully, you don't need anything from others. You feel like you're enough naturally as a man. That's reality, okay? If you love yourself fully, you're not trying to seek from the external. You're trying to just get whatever you have or what you need from within. You know what I'm saying? And so what's automatically going to happen is when you're loving yourself fully and you go into a social environment, people feel that off of you. People gravitate towards you. You feel less anxiety. You feel less inhibited. And you just fucking go out and you're social and charismatic. And automatically, you're just coming off sharing. Automatically. And what's going to happen is other people are going to want to share positive energy with you too. And you're going to create collaboration. You're going to create win-win. You're going to create these collaborative win-win interactions. That's going to cause you to feel very abundant and very happy. It's going to cause you to feel very, intensive and heightened emotions. And that's going to make you feel more self-love. So you pretty much end up creating this feedback loop of self-love, sharing with others and creating win-win collaborative interactions. And that even further builds your self-esteem. You do that day in, day out, going out every single day, doing cold approach. Well, guess what? Now you've just created a system, a systematic process, a mindset, a lifestyle of just being this charismatic individual, this powerful man, this effective communicator, this abundant, vibrant energy of a human being who's loving yourself, sharing with others, creating win-wins. Awesome. Very strong inner game, very strong sense of self, very strong confidence, very strong demeanor, very strong sense of who you are as a man, very strong charisma, okay? And so you must build inner game. You must build that inner self. You must build your inner you through character development, personality development, building character traits. You must write down every single little fucking trait that you want to develop and slow and steady over months and years work on these things. Okay, whether it's public speaking, whether it's all these little things in game, all these little sticking points you have, work on them slow and steady. If you even understood what I did, I wrote down hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe even over 1,000 sticking points over the years. And I did little challenges. The same way I'm telling you to do a 30-day challenge to go out every single day. I did 30-day challenges to go to the club. I did 30-day challenges to work on my public speaking skills. I did 30-day challenges to work on my inner game. I did 30 challenges to work on every little fucking game skill I would need to work on, and that's why I got to where I'm at today. My entire personality, my entire being is a construct of my own design, from having the respect for myself to realize, these hundreds of things I need to work on, writing these things down, journaling them, and working on them day in, day out over years and years and years until I became this person who has accomplished these things. And now when I go out, I can literally pull girls home every single night if I want to. It's kind of fucking insane. I actually left the club early tonight to come home and shoot content for this product for you guys. Literally telling myself, Justin, fuck. You need to fucking not pull girls tonight so you can film content. Seriously, that's like the lifestyle I've actually developed. And it's funny because it's like, that is actually almost an inner game exercise or a self-love exercise. And so you got to realize that you got to put yourself first, and you got to put your purpose first as a man. You got to put your goals first, and your ambitions first, and yourself first in your life. Seriously, okay? You need to be the god of your own reality. You need to be the creator of your own reality, and you need to actually start loving yourself fully and putting yourself first before everyone else. You need to almost see yourself as a fucking god and worship yourself before anything else. It's fucking insane, I know. Some weird, biblical shit. You must worship no gods before yourself. That's the way I see it, okay? And that's what's going to allow you to have that very strong rooted sense of self. And when people feel it off of you, they want to be around you. And you're going to attract other high achievers and ambitious people, whether it be men, women, or even girls who are just attracted to your inner confidence, that inner fire within you, okay? And that's what we call inner game. That's inner abundance. That's that inner savage that you must develop in yourself, okay? Go out, be charismatic, develop these skills, and we'll see you in the next video.